Hey, yo, welcome. It's Guido. Thanks for coming by, guys. I appreciate it. If you're just looking for the code, you'll find it down in the description, and it'll be splashed above my little nugget right here. Thanks for coming by, though, and checking out the channel. That's what the scavenger hunt is all about. You were over with Trob's Monkey last night. Definitely give him a look as well. Great content. Tomorrow, you're going to Cody Men's. So go see Cody's stuff tomorrow. That's where you'll get the next code from. But hey, thanks for coming by and checking out all the different content creators that are making content for World of Tanks, both as CCs and even for the guys who aren't content creators, official anyway, CCs for World of Tanks. People who are doing out there doing all kinds of content, give them a look too, man, because there's some good stuff out there, definitely. But this is one great way to get a little cross-flow for us, so that maybe you've been watching Person X or Person Y for a long time, and there's somebody else out there that's similar that you want to take a look at and check out. So thank you for coming by. Give me a subscribe, a like. If you want to support the channel, ways to do so are down in the description down there. So again, thanks to Trops for sending this over. Make sure you go see Cody Men's tomorrow. Also, thanks to Wargaming for putting this on. Domo specifically, but the rest of the community team there at Wargaming who are always working for us and helping us out. And the reason I'm kind of going this direction is because we're going to keep this one positive. All right, there's a lot of negativity out there, I think. And I know people have valid gripes and complaints, but you know what we're going to do today? We're going to talk about the things that we like about World of Tanks. That's what we're going to do today. And in that vein, I actually have a Raumpanzer. You can see it right there. I always mess that up. There it is. You can see the Raumpanzer right there. I'm going to give that away, all right? So I've been given one by Wargaming folks to give away. So this is the contest. Here's what I want you to do. Down in the description, down below, not the description. You can't get to the description, all right? Only I can get to the description. Unless you're a hacker, in which case you can get the description. So down in the comments is what they're actually called. Hold on, I need some coffee. Okay, good. Back to it. Down in the comments, I want you to put two things. One, your in-game name. Very important, in-game name. If I don't know who you are in the game, then I can't give you the prize. Number two, the one thing you like the best about World of Tanks. All right, so we're gonna get our butt kiss shill on right now. All right, but you know what, man? I'm assuming we're all here because it's an awesome game. I know that's why I'm here. I enjoy the game for a lot of reasons. We'll get into them in just a minute. I got a good replay coming up as well. It's me raging around in a Raumpanzer 2, the Casemate TD. It's a tech tree Casemate TD on a city map. I have a good game and I have fun, and I don't care. I did it on stream and I was talking. I said, I'm just going to do it this way because I want to. And it was fun. Holy cow, I had fun with a tech tree tank because I wanted to. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking. It does not have to always be, man, I must have the best tank. I must have the best stats. And if you're not driving the best tank and the best stats, you're a bad person and should feel bad. It doesn't have to be that way, man. Anyway, going off on a bit of a tangent there, but I said we'd keep it positive. We'd keep it positive. What do I love about what? Well, let's see. Let's find out. Number one, I have it on a little list right here. I have it on a little list right here. Uh-oh, look at this. Oh, geez. I want to thank Wargaming folks for putting me onto this cool, it's a green screen that attaches to your chair. Right? So check it out. Because that little strap's green, now it's... How does it do that? What is... It's like some kind of magic. You know, when you're old like me, this is all magic. But I need to scoot to... Wait, hold on. Okay, I got to hold that right there. Anyway, what do I love about World of Tanks? Number one, content. Clearly, it's tanks. They're cool. The period that it covers is a really interesting period in tanks and tank warfare. I'm not really telling anybody that, but it's true, and that's one of the things that's very cool. I even like the napkin tanks. I don't even care that they've made up some tanks along the way. I think it's cool that getting into the archives, looking at blueprints, looking at stuff that were mock-ups, looking at things where maybe a single or even a half or prototype, looking at planned offshoots, upgrades. Awesome. It's just a lot of content, and that is a good thing. That is a very good thing for a long-term internet PvP game, right? If it was just two tanks going after each other, the same two every time, it would have died long, long ago. Number two, ways to win. I bring this up because of the replay that I'm going to show to you and a lot of the arguments on the forum that I see, both on Reddit, on other places, the official forums, about people getting angry when other people play different tanks that aren't the meta tank, right? It can't be a good tank. I don't want the Raumpanzer because it's not meta. You know what? Who cares? It's got a big old ram on it. Now, I will have to say, going slightly negative, Wargaming, you really should have made the ram do extra damage, okay? See, I'm calling it a ram, but it's a bull, but it looks like a ram to me of some kind. So let's make the bulldozer blade give the driver another half of controlled impact or something, right? Another couple percentages. All right, so let's make that happen. And man, we're getting off on tangents today. I think I need another drink of coffee. Probably most of you are thinking, man, Guido, it's really early to have coffee with all that stuff in it. There's nothing in it, just hazelnut creamer. So don't get crazy. Don't get crazy. What else do I like? Let's see. Ways to win. Modes and contests. Right? They're always trying to put stuff out. Even when they fail to put stuff out, they're trying to. I said we wouldn't get negative. We're not going to talk about Halloween. It's fine. It's fine. It's over. It's fine. The grind. Oh, man, I see all the eyes rolling. Hey, isn't it kind of cool, though, really? Isn't that why, when you started playing at Tier 1, you wanted to keep going? And I get it, there's that psychological thing, and some people get all wrapped around the axle about how it is exploitive and blah, blah, blah. But isn't it fun to upgrade a module and move on and get another tank that you wanted to get? I think it is. What I also like is that they have recently made the grind easier, because they kind of realized, I think, that their tech tree was getting massive, and people who started today are probably looking at it going, good Lord, I will never, ever get through that. But with all the extra bonuses, the times this, times that, personal reserves, clan reserves, all the things that you can get, it actually goes a lot faster. And that beautiful ×2 or ×3 or whatever it is, 5 times a day, fantastic for a grind. So I love the modes and contests. Grind, like I said, and of course collecting. Right? I'm a collector. I realize not everybody in the game is going to be doing that kind of thing, but I enjoy it that I'm able to collect all these different tanks and play them and see how they might have worked. You know, it's just really a cool game. It really is. Without exaggerating or being a rear kisser or anything, it is a cool game, warts and all, but we won't get into all that stuff today. So, you know, I just had to get that off my chest. You know, I want to get positive. Group hug, everybody come on in. Let's get some scavenger hunt codes. And man, especially those credit codes, right? Am I right? The credit. Oh, look, I'm messing up again. Why is that doing that? I have a very bright studio. I call it a studio, but it's really my office. So that's bad. This is why studios do not have windows in them, because the changing light situation can be. That's why my hair is glowing green, actually. What little I have of it up there is because of the glow from the sunshine there. But anyway, here comes the replay, which I thought was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming by. Thanks to Trobs for sending you guys here. Thanks to Cody, who you were going next to. Also, let me just shout out Klaus for bombing me about 6 months ago when this thing really started kicking off, or put me over the limit. And then everybody else out there, all the CCs, all of the community contributors, and mostly, especially, and completely you guys who are subbing and coming to the channel, commenting, my Twitch channel, all those things. It's been a really interesting. I have enjoyed it quite a bit. The community that has built up around my channel and my stream has been awesome, because, you know, from the very beginning, the idea was that we're here to help each other and to have fun in a pixel tank game, but also be kind of adult about it and not be, you know how ridiculous it gets. I'm not telling you anything right there, but the interaction has been fantastic between all of the community helping each other, right? And you see people coming from different angles of the game. You know, the collectors, you've got the guys who want to be the very best of the DPG guys and the Win 8 guys, and you got the guys that just don't care, they just want to have fun. And every single level and kind of person in between, but they're all interested in playing the game, and in general, they're all interested in trying to get better if they can, and trading those ideas back and forth. That whole cross-flow thing is really cool, and I've appreciated this community very greatly in being reasonable about it. We can be passionate, and we have had disagreements, and we can even get a little bit agitated, and that's fine. We don't have to all be just, you know, automatons going through it. But as far as the mudslinging and the name calling and all that kind of thing, that's been largely absent. So I have really, really appreciated that. And if you're looking for that and you're still watching the video, I think you will find that on my channel. I really will. Retired military, so been kicking around this globe for a while. 23 years military. Now I'm retired doing this, playing a bloody pixel tank game, but enjoying the living heck out of creating content on the internet for a tank game. Really enjoying that. All right, guys. Thanks for coming by. I do appreciate it. Make sure you grab your code, get your personal reserves. Also, remember the contest. What's the one thing you like about World of Tanks? The biggest one thing, the one biggest thing that you like about World of Tanks. We'll keep it positive. And what I'm going to do is we'll collect all of that, and I'll do a video talking about what you guys all think that's the coolest thing. Because what happens with these nearly every time, and I've done this several times. I've done, you know, the things you want fixed, the things you don't like, the things you like the best. I think I've even done the like the best maybe once, but it was a while back. But I'll take all that info and I'll collect it, and then I'll do a video on that, because what I find is there's always something I didn't think of. And that is what is so cool about interacting with this many humans, is you will always find something or an angle to something you never thought of, or you didn't think was as important as it was. And dare I say, it gives you an opportunity to change your mind. Because it's quite possible you do not know everything. I do. I'm just saying, but you could probably learn something. All right, guys. This is irritating me right here. See, I'm not... Oh, wait. Yeah. See the little bright spot? Okay. Let's go on to the video. Thanks for coming by. Head over to Cody tomorrow. We will see you probably a couple more times on this scavenger hunt. Later, guys. Well, here it is, me and the mighty JP2, and like I said, I was on stream with this game several weeks back, so it's been sitting in the queue to make a video, and I decided to use it for the scavenger hunt. When I loaded in, I said, okay, here we are, casemate TD, and I could go out in the field and sit in a bush or whatever, or maybe I could be a little more aggressive, and at the moment, I go to this spot where I know I'm going to get some shots, and I poke a little shot on the M4 45. Now I'm mid-tier, so I definitely have some things that I can beat up on tier 7s that are in the game. And I've also got to deal with a couple tier 9s at tier 8 that can be problematic. This thing has okay armor, not great. It does have some funny angles on it, but one of the best things about this particular casemate TD, it is relatively mobile, which is nice. You know, it's a mobile Ferdinand with less armor, if you will, but a pretty nice gun. So I'll get in there. I will get one shot at 512 damage. And that well's pretty much dry, so let's go ahead and move over here and try to be a little more aggressive. So I'll make this mini-map bigger for you guys here. If you look down here, then this is kind of the big fight down in the south, the brawl where all the heavies and things go, oftentimes some mediums. And you're going to find TDs sitting out here and sitting around. Well, my problem with this is it's usually the game is over by the time this becomes important. If you go out there and get swarmed by a big medium wolf pack, well, that can suck and that can be good for the enemy. But usually, if you're playing the odds, this is the big battle. So I'm actually just going to bring my JP2 down here and see if I can't surprise some people. But it can be tricky, though, going ahead and trying to get it to maneuver. He gets 2 shots into me, and I say, you know what, whatever. Let me just fix my track and eat those 2 shots from the Lorraine, and we will get rid of that guy. Now I see this dude trying to move around. He's thinking about, I don't know what his plan is, but he's dead now. T-54 out of the way. I have to be careful to some extent. I don't have a lot of hit points, obviously, now. My pool is down to 500 hit points. So as far as trading, I can do one trade, not with the T-30, with most of the things on the map. But even a Scorpion with a pretty good roll is going to take me out, potentially, or the Su-130. So I do have to be a bit careful. So I'll come down this way, see if I can get some shots, try to help out these guys. Maybe somebody will push into me. And I remember as I was watching this develop, I'm thinking, well, this isn't going great for us here. We got a couple of them dead, but we got some guys losing hit points. And I'm sort of checking 6 because what I'm worried about is potentially somebody coming down this, not this road, but this one behind us. Nobody's really looking down this road. This heavy's probably backing out enough to see every once in a while. But I will do, my camera technique is to kind of look around as much as possible. And then I remember talking here, I'm like, you know what? We're going to go up the middle. Let's see what we can find over here, because I'm counting a lot of their tanks. So let's go just take a look down this road and see if anybody's going to show up. Then I see the Su-130 pushing in. That's a very interesting move for a Su-130. There's the 45 TP. He's way up in the north right there. Our Su-130 has decent eyes down this way, so that makes me feel like there's probably nothing, at least right in this area. Oops, guess what? There is. So the Scorpion G has moved in unobserved into this middle area right here. At least that's where I assessed that he is. There are some bushes around, but I doubt he'd have fired without the Su-130 seeing him. So I'm expecting him to no kidding be up on that little platform up there. And I just didn't have the view range to see the guy. I see the WZ. He's about to turn, and then somebody has spotted him. And you know what? Maybe he was in the middle. Check that out. There he is. Bit of a mystery, but we see him moving around. I get a really lucky RNG roll. Not very zoomed in on the dispersion right there, but it goes pretty much where I was pointing. Maybe even a little curve to the right and got into that guy. Here's the thing about huge games. Most of the time, not always, but most of the time, you are going to get RNG help you out, okay? Or you will be able to say, hey, RNG helped me out. The question really isn't whether RNG helped you out. It's what do you do with the rest of the game after that? You know what I'm saying? 1,645, coming around this corner, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to come around. I'm going to get a lot of attention when I come around that corner, so I'm going to maneuver a little bit so I don't have to get too crazy. And the nice thing is, as this thing is relatively, watch this. Oh, remember what I said about luck? 1,299 to the KV2 with an ammo rack. But the nice thing about the JP2 is its kind of ability to come around a corner like that with a casemate is pretty good. While its azimuth on the gun is relatively poor, its ability to move right and left with the hull and to maneuver forward and back is really pretty decent. Now I'm going to pull back a little bit and hang out just in case something wants to come around the corner to my left, but they're really getting pressed by our guys, so I'm just going to come around this corner, and other than the T-30, I'm not too really worried about what's down there. I should be able to take one hit. This is maybe a little bit aggressive, but the reload on this gun is really pretty good for as high an alpha as it has. And now if the T-30 backs up, I pretty much own him. I'll have that guy, no problem. Their hit point pool is getting low. I'm at 3,109. But I'm just having fun here, man. I'm driving around in a casemate in a city map. And it's so easy to just go, oh, matchmaker and the maps and everything conspired against me. I'm just going to go sit in a bush and I guess I'll do what I can. Hey, man, it's a pixel tank game. Drive your tank around and see if you can shoot people. I mean, it's pretty easy, isn't it? at least in concept. And that's probably one of the cool things about this game that I actually like. The idea of it, the concept of what you do is very, very simple. Like most video games, not all, but most. The concept can be, and in this case is, very simple. I drive my armored tank around. I put the pipper on him, and I pull the trigger, and a shell goes into him. He takes damage, I don't. Profit, right? Well, not exactly, as we all know. There's a good example right there, a bit of a rush shot, and I don't get my damage. He's sort of just sitting there. Now I'm going to go ahead and shoot him on the turret, which he has very nicely turned towards me, and I end up with another ammo rack. That's 693 for that one, and up to 4,100. And I'm looking for the reload. Am I going to get the hit points here? Another 458 out of the super Pershing, and then down he goes. And it's all over but the shouting. 4,576 damage. Had a really fun game. I did enjoy that. It was fun on stream because I was talking about it as we went. Had a good laugh when we ammo racked those guys. And there you go. Enjoying what an interesting, crazy concept to make a video and actually talk about enjoying the game. I don't know. Is that not what people want? Is that not what we want? We want change and we want it now, right? Anyway, there you go. Thanks for coming by. Head on over to Cody. Thanks to Trobs. Thanks to Wargaming. Just give this a shot. Sit down, start your game up, and go, hey, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy my Pixel Tank game today. See where that gets you, because I'm telling you, it's pretty cool. All right, y'all. Take care. Nice talking to you. We'll see you.